Hello to all Year 11 students, parents and carers. I hope you are keeping well and you're all safe. This is Mr. Tomasovic. This is setting out the work expectations for Year 11s up to the 19th of June when you would have finished school after your last GCSE examinations. What we have created for you then is a set of work to really support you between now and starting your new courses hopefully in September. The easiest way for me to show you this is via our website, so you can see on screen what exactly you need to do, and you can always refer back to this video if need be. So the first thing you need to do is go to study support, and if you go to remote learning, click on that, and then Year 11 down here. Now there are three pathways, so if I just explain in terms of the top context, it's essential that you complete work to prepare you for your post-16 destination. With this in mind, we have created a number of bridging tasks that help Year 11s, that Year 11s must complete, and you'll be completing one of the following work pathways depending on what and where you are studying next year. So the first two pathways are if you're studying A-levels at either Nottingham Free School or another sixth form or college. This video is for pathway 3 specifically, and this is if you are choosing to study a level 1, 2 or 3. So a level 3 course is an equivalent of an A-level but still slightly different. It might be a large BTEC course for business studies or travel and tourism, for example, or computing. So this video is specifically for pathway 3 if you are studying a level 1, 2 or 3 course at another college or an apprenticeship. So we've got three key pieces of work that you will be doing every day. And it's some functional maths, some English language, and some work relevant to your course or career, predominantly through BBC Bitesize, and I'll talk more about that in a bit. So what you need to do to make sure that you are logging what you're doing and your tutor knows about this is you will be completing a logging sheet that you complete every weekday. Your tutor will be setting this as an assignment on Microsoft Teams in your tutor group also, but you can access it here. And then you must send it to your tutor via Microsoft Teams every 2 weeks. And here's the dates that you submit your log. So Friday, the 15th of May, the 29th of May, the 12th of June, and a week after the 12th, just because it's the last day, on the 19th of June. Your tutors will be making contact with parents or carers, look, if they are not receiving these work logs. So you must complete these and make sure you're keeping in contact with your tutor. So if I show you what one of these looks like now, it will quite clearly state on the work log that it's pathway 3, it's crossed out the other two, and it's saying complete all relevant English and maths work and career course work set on Microsoft Teams. So here, look, if I look at the expectations, we're looking for you to spend around 4 hours on each English, maths, and your course for next year or career research. 4 hours per week per subject. So it should approximately equal 12 hours of work you're doing per week. That's over just over 2.5 hours of work per weekday. And it's essential that you get yourself into a good routine now, preparing yourself for what hopefully will be a September start for your college courses or apprenticeships. And so we're saying that if you did 1.5 hours work in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, it will be excellent work for you going forward. So with that in mind, what I need you to do is just understand what you need to do in your work log, and it will be very much clear after this video that it's quite simple, but all you need to do is just keep on top of it day by day and possibly planning a day in advance so you know exactly what you are doing. Monday the 4th, look, I've pre-populated for you so you know what the expectations would be. And if I now go back to the website, it does state down here, Year 11 work for pathway 3. So for maths, I know for a fact that your maths teachers have been fantastic in setting lots of work on Microsoft Teams for you. So Microsoft Teams, all the assignments are there. And if I just now access what you should be seeing on your Microsoft Teams for your maths class, you can see that some functional maths, for example, ratio, proportion, and formulae, that's been set for you. And that's what it looks like when you go on the screen and then you'd click the level 1, for example. Level 1 is great for any level 1 or 2 courses people are taking at college. And then there is some excellent work to do. I know you can enlarge that. It's quite small on my screen, but you can download the PDF. And then there are examples completed for you so you can see how to do it. And then there is key work for you to be doing also. Okay, so that's where you would do this work. And you could do this on pen and paper or on a Word document. And all we ask then is you upload some of this to your tutors to show them the great work you are doing, and then complete it in your work log. Now, also for English, that's the first one that's actually been put down and noted on your work log. It's Seneca work. So just to confirm, if I can now go back to the website, what Mr. Sadler-Penn has kindly done, he's assigned all of the English groups A1, A2, B1 and B2 a Seneca Learning class code. And the class codes are here when you log in. So you'd log into Seneca as you have done previously when you've been in school or at home. And then once you go onto your class, so if you were 11B1, for example, you go onto that class code on Seneca, and then Mr. Sadler-Penn has kindly broken it down into a number of assignments that you complete on Seneca every week. And so this is what would be a great example of how to log it in your work log. So I completed topics 2.2 writing structure and 2.21 narrators on Seneca. What I've not done there, look, is I should have put down how long I actually spent on that. So I'm going to put 1 hour there. So once I've done that work, it'll be signposted on Seneca. Mr. Sadler-Penn or your teacher will be able to see that you've done it, and then that's done. So with the maths, you looked at that first functional maths task set on Teams. So for example, ratios, you've completed around an hour of that as well. And then importantly, what I've done on the website is for your careers or courses research or work, I've given you some links to websites that you may be going to in terms of the colleges. And also, if you are considering a business studies course or hospitality courses or media studies or film studies or computing courses, I've set some work that's relevant to that for you. So if I was studying business at a college next year, for example, here's some GCSE level learning that will be fantastic, because I know we didn't do business studies at NFS as a GCSE option. So to prepare you for that business studies course next year, you could look at this. What is a business? You could go through all the tasks and go through that. You can make some notes, some flashcards, fantastic. And then importantly, you can take the quiz test at the very end, and that would be fantastic learning that you could be doing every day. All you need to do then is just log it on your work log. So look, to prepare for my level 3 business studies course, I completed 2 topics of learning, including the quizzes on BBC Bite Size. Other activities, year 11, that you could be doing: research books and stationery I will need for college next year, just something that you need to plan for when you go onto your post-16 destination. That's a fantastic other activity that you could be doing as an optional extra. So everything I've done here for the English, the maths and the careers or my course research or work, that's compulsory. And then you've got an optional extra that you could be doing here. So for example, here I could have spent half an hour on that, and then I've done my 2.5 hours of work for that day. And then what you could be doing year 11 is then planning what you're going to do the next day, just writing it down, preparing yourself and getting yourself into a bit of a routine, waking up at a certain time, getting some English done maybe in the morning or some maths, whatever takes your preference, and then ensuring that you're doing all the relevant work that you need to for that day. So you'll fill this in for the 2 weeks. And then once you've got to the last Friday, so that's Friday the 15th, if you remember, you'll then have a few bits down here. Look, list of things I must do before starting college or an apprenticeship. We thought that would be a good list that you could fill in. So you might need to buy a new school bag. You might need to buy some stationery, so pens, pencils, etc. You might need to buy some binders, some folders, or some paper, lined paper. All those things, you can start populating that with a long bullet pointed list of things you need. And then lastly, how did you feel over these last 2 weeks? Please tell your tutor. Have you been feeling worried, anxious, happy? Great that you've been spending time with the family? Are you getting bored? All these things you can be just letting your tutor know how you're doing in this box. I enjoyed. Please let your tutors know if you're enjoying any good television at the moment. So Netflix, is there a good TV program you could recommend to your tutor? That'd be fantastic. But also telling them if you are struggling at the moment, letting them know. So when they do actually receive your work log, they might just give you a follow-up email or call just to see how you are doing. So you do this every weekday. It'll give you that nice routine to get you back into that kind of frame of mind of working hard and preparing for your post-16 destination. And you know that all the work is always on our website. So if I just go back now to our website, so it's making sure that you're always on year 11. So it's the remote learning year 11 page. And then this video has been showing you if you're pathway 3, so you're doing a level 1, 2 or 3 course at another college or an apprenticeship next year, it's the maths, the English and the work for your relevant college course or career via BBC Bite Size predominantly. And then you're filling in your pathway 3 work log every weekday and sending it to your tutor every 2 weeks, the first submission date being the 15th of May. And just to confirm that all the work has been set, and you can see what work has been set here. And then you just either need to be on your Microsoft Teams or your Seneca Learning doing that work for English and maths. So all that's been set up there to help you. If you've got any questions about this at all, please email or contact your tutor in the first instance. And if they don't know the answer to your question, they will always refer it on to myself, and I will be happy to help you in any which way. Other than that, it just leaves me to say, Year 11, I miss you. I want you to take care. I hope I do see you soon. Please keep in contact with us, and just best of luck with this work and for your future courses that you're going to hopefully be starting in September. Take very good care of yourself and have a good day.